Good morning. Welcome to the Morning Crowd podcast. Obviously, most of you guys already know what we're about to do, but if you don't, we're about to break down yesterday's games. All right. London Royal Ravens versus Surge. Let's get into it. London Royal Ravens keys to victory. Work together on rotations. London's last in rotation win percentage. So, yeah, that is, dude, this is the most mind-blowing stat about London to me right now is that they're a pretty good hardpoint team. A hardpoint team that has a record of, 1 second, I will let you know right now. Their hardpoint record is they've played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 matches. 5 matches, right? Their hardpoint record, probably including the kickoff though, is 6-4. They're a pretty good hardpoint team considering their last in rotation win percentage. Think about that. That means they're breaking most of their hills. So I don't know how they're managing to do this. Actually, I've coached a team specifically called Atlanta FaZe that has been kind of in the same situation before and been a decent hardpoint team. It's the most, I can tell you, I'm sure their coach and I'm sure like them as a whole, like are getting away with it and they're happy with it because they're very, very good. But they probably, like pissed off at the same time. They're like, how the fuck are we not rotated? I'm telling you, I've been in like a similar scenario before. So I'm surprised this is still working. But hey, maybe they have found a game plan, and maybe that is their plan. You know what I mean? I'm not too sure, but good for them. They're looking better still. Take advantage of the SND retake scenario. Seattle is last in win percentage after planning. So Seattle plants and loses a lot. Huh. Okay. Nap 3 Kings in first round in win percentage and KD in control. Well, that's a good stat to have right there. So that's where you want to be if you're them. Pennywise, subscribe to tier 1. Pennywise, thank you very much for the 19 months. I appreciate it. But okay, those are good keys to victory. And then Seattle Surge, Sib needs to bounce back. It will be critical. 1.23 KD coming into the weekend. He had a 0.68 in the Florida loss. Quality setups, critical and hard points. Seattle 8th in hold percentage. London 1st in break percentage. Yeah, this is tough. That's what I mean. Like if their holding's not good and London's breaking's not good, then London's gonna take advantage of that really, really good. Really, really well, right? So like that's probably what we kind of saw yesterday in the hard points. Flex, thank you very much for that tier 1. I appreciate you very much. Welcome to the crowd. Win the first blood percentage. London winning. Okay, there you go. All right, so definitely a decent, set of keys victory. I like them. Whoever made them, good job. We're gonna talk about one thing though. So this key to victory, Sib needs to bounce back, right? His critical bounce back. What was Sib's KD yesterday? Sib's KD in this match as a whole was a 0.75. So yeah, I was gonna say I don't think anyone on Seattle other than Lamar did well. Period. So like that was a huge issue and we're gonna watch it. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about that and just like see what you guys think and get your thoughts. What is easier to fix, holding or breaking? Holding for sure. All right, we got map bans here. So hardpoint, they're gonna get rid of Berlin against London. I understand that. You want to, again, Seattle wants to play bow cage Tuscan as much as they can, right? They're gonna get rid of bow cage. I understand that. They're gonna square up on Gavutu if it gets there. Okay, Tuscan, I understand that from them. Desert Siege, everyone vetoes Desert Siege for the most part, and then they get rid of Tuscan because they wanted to play Gavutu control. Again, I'm pretty sure they're good at Gavutu control, right? What is Seattle's record on control right now? I don't know if I have specific maps, but oh yeah, I do. Their Gavutu control right now is 3-2, and they're 5-4 control in general. So yeah, they're 3-2 in Gavutu control. So they were 3-1 before yesterday. So yeah, that makes sense. That's obviously their go-to control. All right, let's watch some shit here, dude. So this is a Tuscan Hardpoint, and now immediately when this starts, you think that like this is gonna be Seattle's map, right? Like Seattle really likes Tuscan. Okay, obviously London's a very good Hardpoint team. Just like let's just watch this entire Hardpoint as a whole. We have 3 matches today, so we can kind of watch through some of this.
So again, looking for that map control, for those kills. Pred, he's finally in and out. That's going to be number 4 in the minimap. This player right here, he's been a very dynamic submachine gun player, making an explosive entry into the league. So
I just want to watch some of like, I want to point out some hold percentages with some breaks out of London. You know what I mean? London's listening was one of the most passionate I've ever seen. Oh, I'm excited for that. I didn't hear it. I usually watch some of this stuff on mute because I'm like talking to my team and stuff, you know. What up, Chustles? All right, so look, Ready? Skip forward. Oh, never mind. All right, so this rotation barrel, this is good. This is good. London's rotating here, so they're winning their rotation. We're talking about those keys to victory. If London's rotating, this is bad for you, right? You think OpTic's the best control team right now? I'd have to go check. Why? Have they been winning their controls? I know they won yesterday. They won a really close one yesterday on Gav, because it's Gav, right? And then they're good at, I think OpTic's good at Tuscan, right? Am I correct about that? They've been looking good at Tuscan.
Here comes the attempt. Seattle now making their way forward. Great timing from Mac on the push into the hardpoint. They are going to go now. Backline still is a little bit safe though. Zero and Nasty keeping the fight alive now for the Ravens. On the point though is accuracy with the pistol. Rat-a-tat.
Oh no, that wasn't a close one. I'm sorry. I'm thinking of a different match. I'm thinking of my match, which we lost a close one. Never mind. Oh yeah, they fucking slammed them. Yeah. Yeah, no, they look really good at control right now. Yes. Sorry. My bad. They do look good at control. I was thinking of my match where we got smoked 3-2. Not smoked, but you know what I mean. All right. So this is the thing. So right here, like London obviously doesn't have rotation. By the way, winning this rotation from P2 to P3 is obviously not very easy. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that OpTic match and talk a lot about OpTic. You guys know my views on OpTic already. I've had good things to say about them. So we'll talk about them again when we get there. Leave the OpTic question soon. All right, for the OpTic match. All right, look. Let's see.
Normally win P1, but lose the rotation in P2, and then the game kind of gets evened up after the fact. But London right now, they're on point. Massive battle for the rotation by
so like
Gizmo's taking it down and look
like right here. That's the stuff that these keys to victory are talking about, right? Like, you know, London is just late on rotation, man. Like this should be an initial 20 for Seattle Surge. And now like look how mixy this is getting because like they play that rotation so shitty. And London's able to just perform a break that they just have no business doing. They don't fully break this, but look, there's 38 seconds left, and Seattle hasn't gotten a point. London's gotten a couple. That's a huge issue because you should be trying to hold this, you know? Like, that's like what London is not getting away with, but that's what London's really good at exposing, is if you fuck up on your rotations, like, they're going to make you pay for it, especially with how good they're using at getting that. Like, they get kills, they use them for like, a good thing, and they get into that hill. And, like, yeah. I just thought about something. If the CDL shows walling while playing, how is that possible? It's Codcaster. This is literally Codcaster. This is a separate view of the game that only Codcasters can do. Like, this is not an exploit. There are people watching these people with their own two eyes behind them on their monitors. No one is cheating. It's not possible.
Seattle, that more or less gets to the back first. I know they got the roof spawns, but she was posted up, and I mean, this is 3 hills where I think Seattle sort of butchered a couple rotations.
So again, sorry, backing up, my bad. So yeah, backing up, like, look, they don't like really win this rotation, and Seattle doesn't get very much points there for the most part, and now they don't have rotations for this hill. It's like, this is just like really, really tough for Seattle, like with that break. Like they really needed to bring this back a little closer, in my opinion, to like, you know, not make that mistake on rotation. It's not a devastating mistake. It's still a close game, but again, they could have like taken, you know, make it even closer. So.
Try to find that opening kill. And we go from Civ. Accuracy now getting involved as well. Big win from Afro there. Staying alive, keeping the point flowing, and
now Seattle's performing a little break. This is a very hard hill to break, but it's possible. Very possible at the same time. Ooh, Afro baby.
That's gonna be the Ravens still in control of the point. Trying to make things naughty in the back end chance, but it ain't happening. 30 seconds remain.
Yeah, see, this is a very hard hill to break. And now you skip forward here, and boom, you're already at a big deficit. Now you out-rotated London again. This is it. So they get the initial 10, right? This is good.
Here comes the hit from Mac through the front. Hold it down so far, so good. Ravens still trying to make the approach.
Skip it forward. This is good. Number 2 dies here. Oh no, he gets shot in the back. Yeah, so they don't realize that they actually fully flipped right there. That was the issue. Yeah, they don't realize they actually fully flipped. And since they don't actually fully clean flip, they're doing good. So Seattle does a very good job on this hill. Yeah, this is the hill they needed, like Chan said. They lose the last couple scrap time, but still, that was like decent. But again, they're just not like they're not soaking up enough time on their holds. All right, here, listening.
One was still bottom church, probably.
Listen, I'm pushing fire. Give me 1 second, bro.
Bottom church, corner, bottom church.
Sib, weak, close left, close left.
I don't know bottom church.
Push up back flowers, back flowers.
Okay, yeah, back flowers, dead.
Which one fire? Come, come.
One more. He's going that side now.
There's only one on there. There's only one on
He's gonna be on that tree. He's gonna be on that tree.
There's tree left side. Sib,
That tree,
stone. On the right, God heady.
Weak.
One shot. Stay that side.
Yeah,
Middle. Nice. How will you mid? Stay down. How will you mid?
I got mid behind.
Okay.
We don't hear the listening?
Have your whole cross.
Barely. I'll say that's just not true, but there you go. I made it harder.
Two top church.
Mid's open.
Two mid. Sib on the heady. One shot.
Low fire. I can't low fire. He's going outside you. Pre-mid.
Grenaded.
After you, done.
Nice, Marcus.
I got over you, Marcus. Stay down.
Hey, kill me.
Stone.
Hey, this time, bro. Every play.
I think he's close left that.
No, yeah, he's stone, bro. He's stone.
Stone, two dead.
Stone still.
Help me. Flash it.
It's you left. Keep it up on you, Matt. Absolutely on you.
Dead.
Nice, good job.
Play through this time,
One
bro.
of me close.
Nice.
Nice. Good shit.
Keep it up, bro.
They're gonna be on the back again.
I'm
No, nade that tank if you got nade.
I got some comms.
Yeah,
I got comms.
I haven't got it. I'm not going
One new.
Plat dead.
I'm hitting ramp. I'll show ramp. I got your ramp.
Don't be yelling at me.
At the back, got me. He's going out. Come around.
Oh shit.
Close. Dead. One shot back. Two blue trap. 3L. 3L. Every kill this.
I naded your front.
Top church. Listen, could jump top church.
Fuck off.
Have you got a flank? Yeah, I'm getting back now.
Stop me plat.
I flashed your front right. I need your front right. I'm going your back.
Sleep absolute plat. Made it.
Get all this scrap. Get all this scrap.
I'm helping you plat.
One more time.
Yeah, he's telling me.
I see him. Run on, Matt. Fred.
I'll kill him. Give me 2
Run
seconds.
the dead.
Nice. Good shit, boys. Keep it up. Good shit, Brian. Keep the fuck up. Go maps.
I got the sign. Wait for me, Brian. Wait for me.
Where do you
I'm already at maps.
Might be you and you. Don't see you. I said I've Joe.
Listen, it's fine.
Yes, they are.
I'm going. Fucking good.
Bump Fred. Good fucking
Nice
guys.
shit.
I'm round the back. Mr. Mac, he's on me at the back of the truck.
Yeah, he's a truck. Nice. I'm taking kill.
Have you got tiles?
Wait, have you got back yet?
Go back. I can. Go.
Okay, we heard plenty of good comms in that one chance. We heard plenty of everything, frankly. We heard that one. Now the 100 point lead start to work out for the Raiders.
So during that entire listening chat, the biggest key, like in the actual gameplay, first of all, their comms are really good. Obviously, they were really into this. They, they had some passion in there. They had some good communication. They were talking about what was open, what wasn't open, who had the flank, who didn't have the flank. Like their comms sounded really good. Afro is currently slamming everyone in the lobby. But the biggest thing, dude, is like, again, like it just looks like Seattle could close some of these rotations down, and they just don't. Like London just running through their setups and just breaking them and winning gunfights and just basically overall just running all over them. So like this London team is like in these spots where it's like, oh shit, we have to form a break, and then like the first set of gunfights just goes to London. They just fucking slam them and they go again. So London is playing like incredible breaks right now, and Seattle's holds just look like really individual. Seattle's holds look individual to me right now, where it's like they keep finding themselves in a spot where if they lose a 50-50 gunfight, the entire hole just goes to shit. And like obviously, I don't think that's their game plan. Their game plan when it comes to I know accuracy well enough. Like his game plan is not to play like 50-50 COD. So I'm sure they're pretty upset with how they're holding kills right now and like their rotational holds. So they'll work on it in practice. They're a really hard working team, but that looks like it's like an issue right now. Is that
20+ seconds remaining here, chance, so they're going to be able to turn that frown upside down with all that time.
let's see.
For dear life, I mean, maybe one hill to get you right back in this game, or maybe the fight for scrap where everybody.
It's like even here, dude. London's playing this scrap time again because they, they kind of have to here. Like Seattle could easily take the lead here. Do they take the lead here? I don't remember now. They should though. Or not take the lead, but they should bring it back to tie it up. Not take the lead. That's a little ridiculous. But
the story. Seattle, they win that rotation battle. Now they just need to hold. It's Afro on the pinch. The rest of London coming in.
Like this should be a very close game after this. But then again, number 8 Afro pinches, wins a gunfight on the pinch, and now he makes number 1 turn. Like, bro, look at this. Look at this gunfight really quick, just like to show you guys because I know you guys like this stuff. Like, look. They have 1, 2, 3, 4. So flanks watched, radios watched. This guy's in the hill, and this guy's watching their side. So the only thing number 2 really has to watch is like this stairs if they were to come through well somehow and go here, right? This guy's got the cross. These guys, these two, 1 and 2, can crossfire the people in the hill. So anyone that goes into the hill, this guy will weaken. This guy will clean up, right? Number 1, watching the radio pinch, so no one can really watch like pinch radio. This gunfight's the most important gunfight because if this guy dies, everyone on this team doesn't have to move. But like, watch what happens after this. Like, look, He dies, and now this guy's got to give up. And now this guy was close enough to rotate into the hill and help. So when this guy calls out these two crossing, they can cross, and they'd be good. They would be weak, but number 2 would be in a 2v1. Number 1 can obviously play for the trades, right? So, like, all of this setup goes to shit because number 8 is in a spot where he wins a gunfight. But even again, like, he's in a 50-50 gunfight. By the time this gunfight is over, this guy's already got to react. Like, they're not playing setups that are really helping each other. And now look, this guy dies, and now this guy can't really help this guy because if this guy goes in there to help, which would be a fair 2-on-2, you could get out of that. Then he gets pinched. So now they're in a situation where it's fucking chalked no matter what. And like, so yeah, the way London are playing these pinches and stuff are just good. Yeah, like he turns around to help, he gets shot in the back. You know what I mean? And now it's a clean break. And now it's 40 seconds left in the hill, and Seattle barely got anything off of that, you know?
That's P5. That's all theirs. 2 members of Surge left on the front side, and Nasty's got a thing or two to say about it. Here comes the play. Nate's through, though. Beautiful coordination now from the Surge. Over to 0, finds 1. Shots in on the second. Not able to get any more out of this one. Afro now from downstairs, and it's a clean sweep. Seattle Surge.
Yeah, they spawn out because of that pinch too, yes. But it's just in general, like, London is just like completely exploiting the way they're like that Seattle's setting up on these holds right now. They're playing really well. Yeah. Now even here, it's like they're forced to send 2 to the old to make sure they don't lose this game. But then they're going to be in a 3v2 over here, and now you're playing on your heels. You know, like you can't control the pace of the game if you're Seattle. You have to go big, and someone's got to get a 2-piece, and you know what I mean. So it's just like it's just tough, dude. Yeah, dude. Look, 3v1. Number 2 is on the hill. He's gonna get shot in the back, and now they lose. So like, that's just tough. And then if you look at the stat line after this, like the stat line, we're talking about this stat line here. The only person that does well this entire match, I'm pretty sure, is accuracy. Sib doesn't play that well, and Pred doesn't play that well, and Mac doesn't play that well. This guy's the veteran on the team. He's obviously relying on, you know, accuracy's a good player, but like he's relying on obviously the fucking young guns to, you know, be cracked and run around the map. So this is more like this match and like obviously last match, like, you know, they haven't been playing super well. I wouldn't really put too much stock into it that way unless it happens on LAN too. You know, because if Sib and Pred like start winning their gunfights and play better, and you know the whole thing, and they're playing better Call of Duty as in general, like on their holds, and they're working together more, Seattle's fine. Like Seattle's not making crazy mistakes in the sense of like, I feel like fundamentals. It just looks like right now, like some of the ways they're putting themselves in like gunfight situations are a little individual, and then on top of that, like it's just things where, you know, it's like maybe they're not playing like too hot, you know. So accuracy plays well, but no one else really does, and it comes just from like more things than just gunfights straight up. But yeah, I'm sure if like, you know, one of them was a little bit more hot, that could be a little different too. So that's just tough. And then this is like not really much to talk about in my opinion. We can skip through this, but this was a blowout, man. Like Seattle bounces back and just fucking slams them. Like Seattle kind of bounces back and just fucking slams them. Seattle's really good at planting the bomb. They obviously execute on some of their bomb plans. So Seattle just fucking plays good. They had 3 bomb plants on the offenses. They obviously win most of their rounds. Like this was just a bounce back for sure. And I'm like, okay, maybe Seattle was a little quiet. I mean, maybe they were a little sleepy first map. We're good to go. And now this is where, like, in my opinion, I thought Seattle was in the driver's seat right here. I thought Seattle was in the driver's seat on this, but we'll see. Well, let's watch this through.
You'll be surprised by here on this map, and he's frying. That's a nice 2-piece out of him. There's a bit of broken wall into a head. He finds himself one more. 22 to 19 now. Seattle Surge with a life lead.
Tough series for Predator. That's what I mean. Like, if I'm like a Seattle fan, or you know, I'm like analyzing it, I don't really think Seattle's making crazy fundamentally like wrong plays. Like maybe they are, like, you know, if you really, you know, analyze it in depth. But it just looks like their holds are a little off sync, and they weren't really winning a lot of their gunfights, which doesn't help either. Obviously, you want to have a more consistent game where if you're losing your gunfights, it's still a closer game and you can still play it a little bit better. But, you know, I wouldn't be too worried if Pred and Sib are the people that have to, like, you know, pick it up, because Pred and Sib are really talented. You know what I mean? But we'll see at the LAN. Like, at the LAN's a really big test. So yesterday we were talking about how if Seattle comes into this and they kind of get smoked, that's really bad. You know, that's like kind of putting them where they're at. And now people are you know, pushing the narrative that they're like, you know, 2 round 11s from a 1-4 or whatever. They're still a good team, but yeah, no, they definitely gotta get more on the consistent side of things. So this kind of showed them that like, hey, we need to really work on some stuff. And I think with how hard they work, they're gonna really put in some good work to obviously get better. They do have a very tough match at the tournament. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but yeah, no, if Pred and Sib are the people that you were worried about, like, you know, getting more kills, that's a really good thing. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, they got a lot of talent, dude. I think they'll figure it out, but we're gonna have to wait and see for that. All right. So yeah, defense gets one. Defense gets one. But look, really quick. So really quick right here. Seattle. So what was you have to the way control plays right now, by the way, which is really stupid. We don't like this. What about Mac Wakeland? You're talking about just like Mac not playing that well too, and then I'm like leaving him out of that. I'm just saying people have been highlighting Civ and Pred the most part. Mac has to play better too, obviously. They all do. But like I'm saying Civ and Pred, like if you're talking about them as the main two that people keep talking about, if you're talking about those two specifically, I wouldn't be worried about them getting more kills in the future of their career. But that's kind of what I was saying. So like I don't like the way control plays out, but I actually forgot to highlight this. Like watch. So like at the end of this round, watch, ready? Skip forward. Look at this defensive life advantage. You're up 7. You're up 7. That's huge. You're up 7 right here. Like, that's big. And then you skip forward. Now you're up, look. You do lose this round, but you're up 1. So now you're up 8. You've already won the game. Unless you throw, you've already won the game. You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. Unless you throw, you've already won the game, dude. You're up 8. All you got to do is just play smart, skip forward. Again, watch this. Ready? At the end of this game, you're up 8. You're now up 12. Like, you at this point, you're a guaranteed defense. All you got to do right here, if you are London, all you have to do is literally just not play. Sit in your fucking base. Obviously, you want to try and win the control. Like, you can win Gavutu offenses very, very easily. I understand I'm pretty sure it's like a 35% win for, like, there's a high percent chance that you could win this on offense. But my point is that all you have to do is not let them get defense again, and you're in a really good percentage to win this, which is the reason why I think it should go by ticks and not kills, because kills is really fucking stupid. But whole nother topic that we can talk about on a different time. So yeah, London loses to that. They go back to defense, and what do you know? They get defense last round. They fucking slam Seattle because that's how Gavutu control goes, and boom. So this wasn't a slam session in the sense that it was a pretty close one, but London in the entire time, even though it's going 1 by 1 by 1 by 1 by 1, Seattle was always on the back. We're never in the driver's seat there. You know what I mean? Like, Seattle was never in the driver's seat there ever. That's the thing that some people overlook in this Gav. Like yesterday when we played Gav and we were playing New York, I'm sitting there and like after the first 2 rounds go by and we didn't cap A on the last ones and shit, I'm like, well, we fucking lost. You know what I mean? It's just like so tough because you can win offenses. It's very, very possible. But just if a team doesn't really throw their defense, it's kind of fucking this like shitty. And we like yesterday, we went back and forth with New York, right? But in the entire time, I'm like, ah, shit, we're just getting smoked right now. You know what I mean? So it's just like very good plays out of London, obviously winning their gunfights, playing their kills right now. That's the way you have to play the map. So.
And for good reason, because they are the best break team in the game. I don't think you can afford it. And now around ring, it is the dicey battles, and Afro just picks up 3.
And then here again, this is a good map for Seattle. Like, you know, Seattle looks pretty good at this map. What are they specifically on this map, chat? Seattle on this map is... Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. Seattle's 0-3 in this map. Seattle's never won this map. I just thought Seattle liked this map, to be honest. So Seattle's never won this map. I'm pretty sure they're 0-3. At least unless I'm looking at the wrong stats. So... I for some reason, I guess, like, since they were good at Gavutu control, I thought they were good at Gavutu Hardpoint. But yeah, Seattle's 0-3 in this map now, and London just fucking brings it to them, dude. What was the score? The end score of this game? It was pretty brutal, right? Because I'm pretty sure like all of London has like 1.5s, 1.2s, and everyone on Seattle's like 0.6, 0.7, 0.7. Yeah, no. Like, the Ravens just play this so well. Afro plays good. Gizmo plays good. Like, their entire team is just insane. Yeah, like, look, all white in the kill feed. They have the rotations for P3. In this scenario, you're good. Yeah, Seattle likes Tuscan and Bocage. I guess I got that mixed up with the control.
The wrong side of the map. This is not the situation they want to find themselves in. Down 40 points, having to rotate so far. Maybe good news is,
yeah, like, look at this, dude. If you're Seattle, you're just not in a good spot. Like, they got streaks. Although, this is a good streak right here because he's blocking Cliff. But he doesn't get a kill, though. Yo, Juice, thank you very much for the 23. I appreciate it. Like, even, like, look at this, though, dude. Like, of course, this is streaks, but, dude, like, look how shitty this is, bro. You have 3 here. They set up a break. You know, you're trying to bring it back if you're Seattle. You've already gotten yourself in such a major hole. Look, he gets no kills. But it doesn't matter. Watch this. Look where number 4 spawns because they're on the pinch. Like, dude. And then, like, now they're here. They're able to just, like, break it. They're supposed to get a lot of time, and they don't. Like, yeah, dude. Seattle is just getting fucking... Seattle's getting bullied on their hold setups right now. Obviously, that stemmed from a streak, but still, they still lost that in gunfights. That streak didn't even get kills, which was obviously unfortunate. And I'm not even going to listen to the listen in because this map was just so one-sided. So, yeah, dude. Again, like, dude, just tough games for the rest of their team. They started in the hole. They were always on their back they're always on their back foot. Like, they're not, setting the pace. And even when they were trying to control the pace, it looked so weird. Like, Seattle and both those hard points are trying to control the pace of the game by rotating and, like, setting up and getting a full 60 and then pushing it. And every single time they tried to do that, London was just there to answer. So that was just probably really frustrating for Seattle that things were going wrong every time they had, like, a good setup. And I'm sure it was either miscommunication or something of the sort, or just 2 individual gunfights, or people just trying to do too much. Like, there's probably so much things that were happening that, like, obviously we don't really know because, again, like, we're not a part of that camp. But yeah, that was just really good play out of London. Obviously some mishaps happened for Seattle, and now the last 2 matches they've won 1 map, so they definitely need to get back to the lab and figure some of their stuff out. But it's weird. They don't look like they're making crazy mistakes. Like, it just looks like little things, like their teamwork and stuff is just off. So I'm curious to see how they bounce back. They have a very tough match going into the major, so we're obviously going to wait and see how they bounce back for that major. Obviously, I believe in them, but OpTic's looking really fucking good too. So we'll talk about that when we get to the major stuff. Let's go to the next match, and the next match is a fun one for a lot of you guys because I know there's a lot of OpTic fans. Actually, I don't know if there's a lot of OpTic fans in my chat, but I know there's a lot of OpTic fans in general. Where are we at? OpTic, Texas, first breach. Pred stats aren't there. Yeah, they got him, though. They got Pred stats before he left the game, though. All right. Where are we at? Keys to victory, baby. Boston Breach. Bounced back from 2 SND losses yesterday. Still first place in round % wins. So, okay, you got to bounce back. You got to come back in S&D. I think right now, if you're Boston Breach, you obviously need to win your S&Ds because S&Ds are what's keeping you in a lot of these series right now against some of the bigger teams. And so that's obviously very true. Smooth sailing if you're winning hardpoint rotations. OpTic is last in hardpoint breaks. So OpTic's not breaking a lot. Texas Optics. Need more slaying from Nero. Nero slayed. He took that one personal. Nero played really well. Didn't matter, though. All right. Keys to victory here. Or Nero played really well on the hard point, right? And then after that, it was, let's see. Map 1, Nero. Yeah, Nero played really well. Yeah. I'm not fucking faded. Sometimes I'm faded, you know? All right. OpTic, Texas, keys to victory. X Factor Illy is 7-0 in maps where he goes positive. What do you think about these kind of stats, chat? I think this sucks. What do you think? I just think this stat just says nothing to me. Like, yeah, if he goes positive, they win. But it's like, bro, like, there's so much more. I don't know. I don't really like that, personally. Like, I don't know. I can get like dive deeper into that. I don't really like that in my opinion. I don't know. But have to win first bloods versus elite SND teams. OpTic is last in first blood percentage. That makes more sense. Like obviously you got to start getting more first bloods. Continue to find success winning rotations. Second in both rotation win percentage and hold percentage. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll take it. So yeah, obviously if they win their rotations, they're very, very good at rotation win percentage, and they're very good at holding. So if they put themselves in more holding positions, they get more wins. All right, that's fair. Okay. Moving forward. So first map, this was weird. So this map in general, right here, right? We're watching this right now. I know Boston wins this map, and it was a close one. But if I'm correct, I'm pretty sure this is Boston's first time playing Gavutu, right? Or did we play them in Gavutu too? Now that I'm thinking about it. No, yeah. We played them in Gavutu, but like this is so we played them in Gavutu because we wanted to try out Gavutu, and we played them and we beat them. And now they played Gavutu again after they just lost it. So this is weird to me. Gavutu for Boston. I wonder like what the thought process is here. I'm sure they have one. They veto Gavutu the entire series. They play it against us. They get fucking slammed. Then they play it against OpTic too. But the reason why I think they play it against OpTic is because this is the first time OpTic's played Gavutu, right? Or is it the second? Is it the second time they played it in the major? In this or no? Is it OpTic's first time in the league, and then they played Gavutu at the major or something? I don't remember. All I know is that OpTic was either 0-1 on this map throughout the entire season, or 0-0. So it's their first in the league, but the second time. Regardless, it's very weird that Boston picks this map after getting body slammed by us on it, and then doing it. But again, like they probably don't want to play Texas on like a Bocage or whatever their vetoes were. We'll go kind of see what their vetoes were. So I was surprised to see this. I was surprised to see this map in. When they played us against it, I was a little bit more like not surprised because like obviously we're not very good at Gavutu. People want to play us in Gavutu when they get the chance, and we obviously left it in so they can pick it. So I understand why they picked it against us, but when they didn't play it very well against us, that so I don't know. This was an interesting first map, is what I was just not expecting to see it. I guess is my point. And then we can skip through this. This is a kind of a back and forth game. OpTic takes the lead. Boston takes the lead. They go back and forth, and OpTic takes the lead. And then right here is the breakdown, dude. So watch it from like right. We'll watch it from like right here, dude. This is a good map. They go back and forth. Boston ban Bocage. Yeah. So I guess they don't want to play Bocage, but like I know Texas is good at Bocage. They're a great team. They got a lot of talent. But I feel like Boston's isn't. I feel like Boston likes Bocage too. Let me go see. Boston's Bocage is 2 and 3, so they've played it 5 times. So they're definitely confident on Bocage, So like, I feel like getting rid of Bocage versus them was crazy. I don't know. That's just how I view it. All right, here we go. So Boston they got to breach the hill. Maybe they weren't sure they could take it versus Texas. Yeah, they could have obviously like backed down against Texas, but like, man, you're willing to take a risk on your quote unquote map that you don't like to play a lot, like your veto. You would take your chances on that than playing your more comfortable map. Like, I don't know. So yeah, here's the breakdown. So like Texas gets this lead. They invest heavily. To get this time, right? Like, look, Texas invests heavily to get this time. And now number 7 goes to rotate. He's a little late on rotation. No one else tries to rotate with him. And now since Shotzi here is dead, it's over, dude. Like, no one really tried to help Shotzi, like, trying to win this middle. And Boston completely sends 3 on rotation. So Boston chalks this old time, sends 3 on rotation. Texas only sends 1, which isn't a bad play out of Texas at all, to be honest. Like, Boston just really invested in saying, like, yo, we need to go to P1 right now because this is a fucking hill that is really hard to break. So, like, they do a very good job at this. And then, like, look, right here, they get pushed out. This is like, people talk about how this is a toss out of Texas. And, it is a little bit. They had a lead and stuff. But Boston plays this really well, in my opinion. I think Boston plays this well. OpTic doesn't play it perfect, but they don't play it terribly either. I just think Boston played this well and put Texas in a really hard spot to break, to be honest. Because, like, look, this is not an easy hill to break. And they only need 41 points out of 60. Look at this. Look at the setup that they're in. Like, look right here, bro. This is just hard. And also, this is also unacceptable, though. The fact that Shotzzy gets through this is almost, like, kind of shit. Like, the fact that this happens is actually pretty crazy. Like, here, like, if Shotzzy gets in there and stalls his life for a half a second, dude, that would have been a fucking dagger. So, yeah, Zin goes big here by able, like, you know, to stop this break and stuff. And as soon as he stops this break, it's just hard, dude. Like, even though he gets traded, it doesn't matter. Like, how did Shotzzy die? Oh, Shotzzy ran up the outer and then gets killed from number 3. Okay. And then number 8, they know number 8's here. Yeah. Yeah. Like, Zin goes big there, dude. What up, Ben? Did everyone get a win in the chat? I wonder if they threw any nades on the break before this. I mean, you would obviously hope that they do, Ben. But what I was saying is, like, obviously this break is just not an easy break to perform. The only thing that they kind of got lucky here when Shotzzy splits the defense. Like, watch. Shotzzy splits this defense right here. Look. Shotzzy splits the D. If Shotzzy gets this kill and then, like, runs in the ring and stalls some more time, bro, this is like OpTic's break. It's not Shotzzy's fault. He is obviously, that's hindsight 2020 shit. But yeah, no, dude, this is just a hard break to perform. Because, like, look, they lose this. Now they have to throw grenades and stuff. Like, yeah, I hope they throw their grenades and shit. But Shotzzy tries to go around. He gets picked. Like, this is a hard break. They could have played it a little bit better for sure. But nah, man, still, like, this is just Breach rotated. This all stems from right here, in my opinion. This all stems from, like, right. Hold up. Right here. So, like, this is the key moment to the end of this game. Like, OpTic wants to take a big lead, right? They want to do this. So they invest into obviously not really rotating as heavily. And they send Shotzzy, who's number 7, to rotate, right? Look, so number 7 rotates. But look what they do. They send 1 on rotation and 2 on rotation. Look, ready? 1, 2. Nero gets a huge 2-piece right here. A huge 2-piece that you don't get to see, and it goes on undervalued. This 2-piece completely stops the rotation, and now there's still a 2v1 on this hill. Like, Boston just really invested in rotating where OpTic didn't, but OpTic was also trying to invest in the old time, so they couldn't invest as heavily as Boston. So Boston, in my opinion, makes a good play. And then Nero gets a huge 2-piece. Nero gets a huge 2-piece, but I think Boston just makes a good play. When you're in the lead here, isn't the rotation more important? Well, that's the thing. Like, look, if you back up, when you're in the lead here, rotations are more important. They could have been a little faster, potentially, yes. But, like, number 7 comes off spawn and immediately goes to rotate. But the difference is that Boston has more bodies to rotate because they're not on this game. I mean, they're not on this hill, but, like, look. This guy goes to rotate, and this guy is, like, obviously holding. Like, watch. Dashy goes to, like, start working towards rotation. He gets picked, and then number 4 picks that trade. If number 4 were to get traded by number 8, which is Scump, they can obviously make this work if Shotzzy wins a 1-on-1. Like, you can't just all run away from the fucking hill. Like, this was just Boston had more bodies to send on rotation than OpTic did, and OpTic did it as fast as they could. Like, I don't know. Like, obviously, if you're winning, you want to try and stay ahead of the game and set the pace. But also, like, look at this. Like, 243, all you need is 7 seconds. You're thinking hopefully you can break it. So, like, I don't know. I think Boston made a good play, and obviously OpTic, like, kind of trolls at the end. But it's not as heavily as a troll as, like, you would think it is, in my opinion. I don't know. But, yeah, moving forward, we got the Search and Destroy. this goes all the way to like, what's it called? This goes all the way to round 11 if I recall correctly, right? So let's see. Let's skip forward. Let's see what happens. I remember watching some of this. So like, this was a plant by Breach, right? Yeah. So like right here, this. So I'm pretty sure Breach loses this round. 4v3, bomb down. Should never lose this round. Let's see what happens. Where does Shotzi get a kill? Oh, Shotzi goes through the middle of the map. No one's really watching the middle of the map, and then he gets the kill on A. Yeah, dude. Like, it's so weird, man. Like, a 4v3 with bomb down, you should never lose this round. And, like, backing it up to this round, like... So, like, Shotzi, like, goes through P5 and then runs to well and then gets to middle. And, like, he just takes advantage of the guy on bomb. Like, Nero's thinking he is safe on this bomb. Like, look, Nero's thinking he is safe, and Shotzi just splits the D, makes a good route. Like, that's just tough, yo. That's, like, an unacceptable round to lose if you're Breach. You can't lose that, dude. You know what I mean? You can't lose that if you're them. Then skipping forward, you kind of trade rounds. Nothing too exciting here. I'm pretty sure this round was pretty cool. So they're there on their offense. OpTic's playing it good by playing it together. Oof. Cap called out Shotzi. Wait, does Cap call out Shotzi there? And Nero, if Cap called out Shotzi there, then Nero dies. That's Nero's mistake. Then I didn't know that happened. Yeah, no. So yeah, Boston plays this really well because OpTic played that well on their setup too, and Boston plays it good too. So that was a good play of Boston. Cap shot at him. Oh, yeah. I wasn't looking at that. Oh, so then like, no, if Cap shot at him, he called him out. No, pros aren't stupid. Yeah. So then Nero should be looking at his middle. Like, I guess that was a late reaction. I don't know. Nero's frying now. How are you when you make this map more 50-50 because it's so offensive based? It's not funny. Is it? What Ben? Are you here? What are the stats on offense right now on this map, and what are the stats on defense? Because I feel like teams win defenses more than people make it out to be. Even myself, like, you should win more of your defense. You're more of your offenses and defenses. But am I wrong about that? The only thing I don't like about Tuscan that sucks is that since defense is less preferred and it goes by kills, you get the less preferred in round 11 because you got more kills, and that's really stupid in my opinion. I don't think that's how it should be. I'm telling you, bro, why can't they just make a fucking feature where it goes 5-5 and before round 11, the team with more kills gets to choose what side they want? Why can't we just do that, dude? It would be so elite. Think about it. Think about it, dude. Why can't you just choose what side you want? Imagine. It's like, yo, you have more kills. You want offense or defense for round 11? You have like a little timeout for like 30 seconds. That'd be fucking awesome. All right. Here we go. That'd be awesome. I know, dude. I feel like that's not hard to do either, but obviously I'm not a game developer still. But I think they could do it if they wanted to. An in-game voting system, bro. Yeah, dude. Do something. How would that work in pubs or league play? Who cares, dude? I don't care about pubs or league play. They should at least have it for the pro matches. So Boston goes up 5-4, dude.
able to come out on top in the round. And the guys
I can't believe they lose this.
You can have it. Nero actually gets the ace as well. Great job out of him.
Yeah, there you go.
Or bomb plants instead? Hell no, that would be dumb. Bomb plants don't do shit. Anyone could rush and plant the bomb. That doesn't take a skill.
How's it going? How's the family? By the way, you're about to explode in 3 seconds. And good
In my opinion, kills in Surge doesn't bother me.
How about that clutch? I mean, as we said, a 4v3, OpTic 4 strong in middle. They're pushed up to Breach's mid alley.
They can't even make it so you don't game assist their walls.
For Nero,
Yeah, Harry, you know, I can dream though. Okay? I can dream.
and then to find the
One day at a time, we're getting there. One step at a time, baby. We got rank play.
now at 14 and 8. Breach sit on map count. As there goes DJ to start.
Early first blood coming in.
That's a really tough first blood for Boston, dude.
No streaks to work with on side of Boston. They're trying to time these nades to try to take this play off site. But OpTic, they're going to delay that. Now, since they get a couple nades to be called in from the Boston Breach side, they should be able to work this bomb plan. But Metis does find one Shotzzy, able to take down Nero, now making it 3v2.
Scump yet to lay down the objective capsule. Uh-oh, coming around the
Oh.
corner. Thank you very much.
Oh.
1v2, it's all gonna have to be on the
Ah.
game. He's gonna have to find both.
Tough.
Not able to do it. The rookie drops, and just like that, Texas.
It'd work in league play if they implemented a voting system like they used to do for maps and modes. Yeah, no. They could make it work in league play in pubs, but I mean, just to start off and like try it out in the pro world would be really cool then. I don't know. Alright, I missed this round 11 yesterday, so I'm excited to see this. Here we go. And by the way, we're talking about how, like, you know, how fucking defensive side and offensive side of this map is. Like, Boston wins this. I mean, OpTic wins this map against Boston, and Boston has offense. Like, yeah, it's still stupid that, you know, you should, again, having more kills, you get the better side, like, or your side preferred. So, but still, like, it's still very possible to win defenses on this map. But I got to see this. Is this being...
Oh, Shotzzy looks to reposition. That a big power position on Tuscan.
What the fuck, dude? I was losing full 2.
That a big power position on Tuscan. Oh, Shotzzy looks to reposition. He'll be sitting in a nice little corner in field. Meanwhile, Breach
Alright.
progressively make their way up to mid-map. And Nero being in the position that he is, given where the Breach players are at, they're trying to clear out P5, trying to get a little bit of information.
I hate everything about this round.
As those OpTic arrows begin to make their way from B
Already.
the map now over toward field. EJ could have his hands full, but again, it's another rotation for OpTic.
Right there, Boston. They're just playing for the information. TJ's able to spot Shotzzy towards the save bomb. So now, with 35 seconds left, Boston, they played this round.
Look at Shotzi's spot. What the fuck is Boston doing?
They have to try to work their way through the middle of the map. Their main focus has to be on Shotzzy, though.
What are they doing?
Has the opportunity to strike. Is he going to get spotted from the player in top fire? He's still alive. He and Nero go for the challenge, but once more, Nero's able to stay alive. 13 seconds left, and that bomb has got to get planted. It's got to get secured. But Shotzzy there for the answer. A 2-for-1 to start off in favor of OpTic, and now it'll all be on to Methods. He falls as well. The plays from Shotzzy to stay alive. Methods.
Bro, y'all were just telling me, and I was just telling you how offense is so easy to get the bomb down on this shit, bro. What the fuck? I don't know. Listen, dude. I was a pro player before at a time, back in my heyday, bro. I might not have been the best pro player, but I found a way to win a couple times. Round 11, bro. Just fucking send it. You know what I mean? Just go. Listen, you win, you lose, dude. You know, but you can't have no game plan. You gotta die. You gotta die by your game plan, dude. You know?
As those OpTic arrows begin to make
yeah.
from B in the middle of the map.
No, Boston's a better team than that. They obviously made a mistake. Not gonna be too rough on them. Well, it's because Shotzzy pushed out A. Yeah, bro. Like, okay, have a game plan. Like, what? Dude, this team is very good at Call of Duty. Shotzzy pushes out A. First of all, which is also very easy to shut down. But since they don't shut that down, all right, okay, right here, Shotzzy pushes out A. Look, we know that he's pushed out A. Are we going to try and kill him? Or are we going to, you know, you gotta move. What do you mean? He made a play. You got to trade out Shotzzy. You gotta go. So what, Bunk? What you're telling me is if someone makes a play on you, you just say, all right, chalk it. It's fucking over. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy is in our base. We lose. Like, you know, you got to go. Like, You got to make, like, someone's got to make the call. Are we trading out Shotzi? Are we hitting church? Are we going B? Are we planning A? Like, what, you know? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Shotzi makes a play. Very typical out of Shotzi. They, you know, you got to have a plan there. Yeah, so that's tough, man. Obviously, they didn't have a very good game plan. They lose. That was kind of chalked, whatever. Again, that could have put them up 2-0, you know? All right, so let's look at these vetoes real quick. We got Bocage, Berlin, Desert Siege, Bocage, okay, and Tuscan. So Breach gets rid of Tuscan to play Gavutu control. Has OpTic played Gavutu control this year? They have, right? I'm not tripping. No, that was their first time playing it. They're 4-1 in Tuscan. So they've only played, that was their first time playing Gavutu control too. I respect that. I respect that. This is a good play out of Boston. This is a good play out of Boston. I respect that. I respect that. They wanted to square up in Gavutu control. They're sitting here thinking OpTic doesn't like it very much. All right. But yeah, this is a slam session. This is a slam session. So OpTic wins their defense, blah, blah, blah. But again, just keep it noted. Ready? Very big deal. Very big deal. 10-3. Very big deal here. Right here. Very big deal. 10-3. Very big deal. Not good. You don't want to be, if you're Boston already, you're already like super down. Gotta change it up. So that's not good. Even though they get slammed the next two, still not good. Then you're Boston here. You're not in a big deal. You know, yeah, you're down 4 lives. No biggie. Whatever. But now, this is a big deal. 11, 119, 11, OpTic's all over your B. This is a big deal. Not good. OpTic looks very confident when they played this map. I remember this. And now at this point, you're fucking over. It's fucking chalk, dude. No matter what, even if you bring back the reverse sweep, most likely you're getting fucking offense next round and you're going to lose round 3. You know what I'm saying? It's like most likely, like, it's just tough, dude. Like, here, even if you bring back 2 rounds miraculously, you're still going to probably get offense for that last round and you're still at a really, really slim chance at winning this map. So this hole is very, again, anything's possible and competitive. And, you know, you can obviously, you know, never just count yourself out and give up. That's obviously not the mindset to have. But in hindsight, speaking in a podcast form right now, you're fucked. So they're fucked right now. I'm calling it. You know, I've seen this already. 2020 fucking vision. They're fucked. Even if they bring this back, they're fucked. And they lose. Yeah. This is just chalk, dude. No one on the team helps Nero out really at all. That doesn't make it easier either. Shotzi said it'll be tick-based soon. I hope so, dude. I really, 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 really hope so, dude. Because the whole kill-based thing is so stupid, in my opinion. I hope Shotzi's right. Alright. So, OpTic, solid fucking bounce back. You got Tuscan. And now, personally, if you're asking me, I think OpTic's been looking really good. You guys have known Shotzi with another leak. I mean, I hope that's a fucking leak, really. But you know, Texas just looks fucking good. Texas looks good right now. You got to tip it.
It's time for Tuscan. We'll see if Breach has the ability to send us the distance, as it'll be 10 unanswered points off the start and a great beginning for Nero specifically.
Yeah, Boston spawning on the better side of this P1.
Doesn't Nero start off 9-0? Wait, let's go tip this real quick, chat. Let's tip it. Let's tip it. Ready? Let's watch Nero. Give him some tips.
It's time for Tuscan. We'll see if Breach has the ability to send us the distance, as it'll be 10 unanswered points off the start and a great beginning for Nero specifically.
Yeah, Boston spawning on the better side of this P1 Hardpoint. Able to start off
Hello.
with some fire.
Woo! God damn. Bro, you shred with the MP40 in this game, huh? It is nuts, dude. Dude, I feel like if at a pro level, when like you're a pro and like you're fucking feeling it, dude, like you're in the zone, dude, you feel invincible, dude. Oh my god, bro. If he gets this kill, dude, Fucking beautiful plays, man.
My goodness, Boston.
Beautiful plays.
3-0. They flip the spawns off the rip, and they are prepared already for this next hard point. One of the better ones in the game is already going to be here and in their possession. Is how about the start for Nero Poison? 9-2. Scump gets taken down by a nade as the forces from Texas already limited, and Shotzzy off to an 0-4 beginning. He'll finally get on the board, but yet for OpTic to finally accrue a point, there's going to be one.
I'm going to watch this more in depth because my match I'm not going to spend too much time on because my match was pretty boring. The Atlanta FaZe match was pretty boring. So we're going to watch this one more. We're going to skip forward a little bit. So yeah, dude, Nero starts off 11-3. They're in a pretty good spot. They lose this rotation. OpTic should be able to bring it back here. Wait, they call it, yeah, this glide bomb was pretty key though, watch. This is a horrible glide bomb. What did that glide bomb get them there, chat? Nothing. They got no hill time. They got no hill presence. They got no map control. They're just fucking sitting there, dude. Bad glide bomb.
No idea how the Ginger Ninja survives a play like that, as he will also stay alive again.
I will say one thing, like they go for this guy top fire, right? So they don't get the guy top fire like that, which sucks too. But even if they killed number 8, to be very honest with you, like he just spawns right here and gets right back into the action. Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't like that glide bomb personally. Like he would have just spawned where number 5 is and they both would have just been coming off of time. This guy would have been pitching. It really wouldn't have changed much. Yes, it could have changed a little bit, but that glide bomb like just didn't give them enough map control in my opinion.
No idea how the Ginger Ninja survives a play like that, as he will also stay alive again through the middle of that fire.
Yeah, like
teammates watching over, and we say
that sucks.
We say goodbye to TJ as well. A nice,
I don't think that's tough timing. I think that's just a bad choice. I think that was a bad choice right there. Like Scump vanishes there and obviously somehow avoids the glide bomb, but I still don't think that's like that good of a choice in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, that's just unfortunate for Boston. They're probably thinking at the end of that P2, hey, we have a glide bomb to work with. Let's just take our time and open up with that first kill and then eventually play the trades. But once that doesn't find that kill, OpTic were able to hold that time down basically flawlessly and take this lead for the time being. Now you have to start thinking about that rotation. You have Shotzzy trying to flip these spawns. Capsule able to take him down, secure the spawns for the time being for Boston towards the backside, but a lot of pressure from OpTic coming in from the front. Not able to break.
Let's see what we're watching here. Dude, TJ kills his teammate right there, right? I was just say, how the fuck does this happen? Yeah, like look, Shotzzy again, like playing, like Shotzi's just rotating, and it, like no one on Boston Breach is even cutting off the left side of the map, and Shotzzy gets on the back. Like it's just like Boston's leaving lanes wide open. Boston's leaving lanes wide open. Texas is too good of a team to do that too, man. Texas is too good of a team to leave lanes open like that. If you're not going to watch those lanes, Shotzzy's going to get through, bro. That's how they play. They're very good.
Not able to break in as Nero and TJ able to find 2.
Yeah, good work from OpTic, trying to linger in the back of the base, and it could work out for them quite nicely. Breach with the spawns, they actually do.
Woo.
Find themselves over at the column as Shotzzy now.
The thing is when you play a team like when you play a team like OpTic, you can't make those like fundamental mistakes of like letting them through, because then you have players like Shotzzy in the hill. You know what I mean? Like you gotta play really, really smart. You know, you gotta be on top of your fucking shit. And like it's like Boston's just making like these minor mistakes that are gonna cost them a lot of points, dude.
At our last 2 hills, they've got the advantage, as now we're in at the command center. Illy, 2 kills away from a streak. He gets taken down, and it's Breach with early time. Finally, at a hard point. Granted, it's at command center.
Yeah, I have to get a little bit over aggressive towards that roof side and die off the rotation.
Good plays from Scump waiting for his teammates here.
Pushed out a couple players towards plat.
Very good plays out of very good plays waiting for his teammate. Good grenades out of them. Very good grenade out of Methods. Yeah, dude. But even that, if you want to tip it, like, dude, like, look, Breach gets fully set up. They get this 1 kill, but like, look, Scump just waiting before this. Now look, 1 nade, 2 grenades. Now they run in. Shotzzy runs in past him. He turns his aimer. Now he's got 2 people behind him. Look, ready, bang. Like, that's just really good breaks out of them too, dude. Like, That's just really, really good plays. Got you again, typical plays out of OpTic on that break. They waited for each other. They played good with teamwork. Like skipping forward, they're really good on this. Oh yeah, we can listen to this. Yeah, let's listen in here.
I'm beyond back church in a sec. I don't see him.
Mid up.
I'm trying to get mid. You got mid? Okay.
Yeah.
I have a church bench.
He get mid.
I'm alone on time.
I got mid.
I'm trying to watch church side time right now.
Church bench. He's going back church. Nice, one little church, I think. Mid, and
Nice.
be low fire.
No, top church. He's ran that mid. I'll put him in a sec. Mid dead.
Nice.
Okay.
Their side.
I'm mid.
Outer.
I'm in you. I hit mid lane.
He's in.
I'm in the corner mid lane.
I'll get mid.
B5.
They're outer. Dashy, they're outer block.
Nice, I'm pushing up. What is that on me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit mid lane in a sec.
Yeah, he's mid lane, hit him. Nice.
Both there.
Nice.
Brandon one shot.
I'm there, hit me with
I have
nades.
left Brandon their side. Good
Flash
comeback,
our
yo.
block.
This is
Better
good.
be mid. You got mid?
I have all
I'm
P5.
in their side.
All I have is P5. Mid's open completely. Our side, you. They're all
One side. Good
Flash our
comeback, yo.
block.
This is good.
Better be mid. You got mid?
I have all
I'm
P5.
in their side.
All I have is P5. Mid's open completely. Block.
This is good.
Better be mid.
Who's number? I don't know what Capsule sounds like. Does Capsule say anything here?
You got mid?
I have all
I'm in
P5.
their side.
All I have is P5.
I don't like. I'm trying to like listen. I don't know if like he says something, but like they're tripping out about mid. He says I have all P5, right? Mid is open completely. Like mid is not open.
Good
Flash our
comeback, yo.
block.
This is good.
Better be mid. You got mid?
I have all
I'm
P5.
in their side.
All I have is P5. Mid's open completely. Our side, you. They're all
Yeah, that's mid. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I was about to say because the only reason why I said that is I have what's it called? I have a big pet peeve with communication when someone says like that either something is open or is something open or is mid held, and like no one says anything. It fucking makes me really mad. Like basically what I was saying, what I was about to get at is I don't even know if it happens. I don't know what Capsule sounds like. I've never talked to him, but it's just like, and I don't. It sounds like he was saying mid, but like my thing is like if your teammate is saying mid is open and you are mid, you absolutely need to be like no, mid is not open. And it might not cost them here because it's obviously a very, very minor thing. But that's like some of the most important communication things in the game. Is like if you're ignoring your teammates and or not saying like what is held. Like the reason why I'm saying this, just to like give you guys insight on this, because this is like something that really pisses me off. The guy in P5, right? Then this is not. I'm not coming at Cap because I again don't know if he does anything here. But the guy in P5 has the mini map the size of a fucking quarter. Obviously, like it's not very fucking big. He does not know where Capsule is and what's going on over here. All he knows on his mini map is probably like right, like just right around this area. So he's saying I have P5 completely, but mid is wide open because that's all he knows. That has to relay to the next teammate saying no, mid is not wide open. I have middle, which then relates to the other two teammates that's saying like, okay, all I have to watch is this. Nothing can come from middle. You know what I mean? So like that stuff, like again, doesn't cost you in situations like this, but it will cost you a lot of the time. That's like some of the most important stuff like ever. And so I was about to highlight that. I just didn't know like really like the communication of this. It's just like look, yeah, he can only see that he has P5. Like that shit is the most important thing because he like, I think people underrate how important communication is in competitive Call of Duty is. And it's because like players can't see this Codcaster map like we can. So I was just going to highlight that. I don't know.
All I have is P5. Mid's open completely. Our side, you. They're all
hitting the right and when Brandon's out here. Yo, all four right.
Okay. Pick him up, you right? I spawned right.
They're gonna cut here.
Also, really, yeah, never mind.
Remember we top block. Oh, you got top block?
Might not know we flipped. I don't think they know we flipped.
Don't see anything green?
No, I got him all. Back Brandon.
Yeah, she's spawning
He's going top trees. He's going top trees.
On new Brandon.
He's going top church.
Yeah, that was bad timing.
I'm gonna try and go top green.
In the back end.
I say we cut him.
In A's, guys. Hey, Tom.
I don't see him top left. Those moments, a lot of good moments.
Skipping forward. They bring it back, and then after this, it's like kind of over. This was like I'm pretty sure this was like the breakdown right here. Like, so Breach is like trying to break it. They lose a lot of time here, and then they get out rotated. This is like the key right here. Like, bro, Breach tries to break this hill with 18 seconds left. They really invest in like going to Churchill. They don't rotate to this new hill. They don't rotate to this new hill. They don't get the Churchill time either, and then it's fucking chalk, dude.
Be prepared for new. Last minute P5. I mean, what we saw OpTic do a great job at holding down the seconds.
Who do you have as the best comms? Me.
Take a lot from Breach.
That's about the only thing I could do in Call of Duty is communicate.
Very chaotic Hardpoint.
No, I don't know if I have the best comms of all time, but I definitely had some good comms.
Again,
But I don't know if it's the best of all time. That's obviously a cap.
down
But
as Nero
I definitely had good communication, though.
stays alive. OpTic now within 25.
Boston are here though. Boston are here from roof side.
Boston are here. They break it. Then they get broken. And then they lose.
This team
Well, obviously, yeah, they lose.
Breach not be the case.
So, yeah. GG's. There was obviously some mistakes that, Boston were making that you cannot make against a team like OpTic Texas. OpTic Texas look a lot better. Kind of like what we talked about in the beginning of the year. Everyone was freaking out that they lost round 5, round 11, map 5, all this bullshit, and everyone was talking about it. And I kind of said I wouldn't really be too crazy about it, considering they're looking fine. They bounce back. They look really good, and boom. So, yeah, OpTic Texas, if you're an OpTic fan, they look great. Good bounce back. Obviously, very tippable. Boston Breach, still, like, mistakes are there. They have a very young team with obviously, like, well, 2 newer players. Nero's been around, but he's still a little bit new to the league. Capsito's very new. These 2 can teach him. I'm going to say one thing, though, because I've seen a couple comments in the chat, and I'm going to say it now. Seen a couple comments on the Reddit. Leave Zitty alone, bro. Shut the fuck up and leave him alone, dude. Shut the fuck up and leave him alone, dude. It was one series. Listen, he got fucking tucked. I'll be the one to tell you he got tucked. But leave the guy alone. I feel like there was a lot of people very quiet about Zin this entire year until he got tucked right now. And now everyone's pouncing on it, dude. Like, listen, coming from someone who got tucked most of their fucking career, and I got a lot of shit. People talked a lot of shit to me because obviously I was never the most slaying person in the league. I get it. You can give someone shit when they are consistently doing bad. After a couple, if it was like 5 matches in a row, or like, you know what I'm saying, or it's at the major, like, if it's a recurring theme, you can obviously give someone shit. It is what it is. It is what it is. We're in a very cutthroat thing. Like, you got to be good, and if you're not good, someone else is waiting to take your spot. I understand that fully. I was a part of that. I've been dropped in my career. Obviously, it is what it is. Zin hasn't really done bad at all until obviously now he played very bad, for his standards. He didn't play good. And now every motherfucker is hopping on this guy like they were fucking waiting to pounce, dude. Like, bro, shut up. Don't get me wrong. If it's a recurring theme and stuff, then people have the right to be a little bit more critical. Like, but dude, people have fucking bad maps. People have bad series, dude. You can wake up and just not play that fucking good. Again, also, Texas is a good team. Like, you had an off series. They weren't playing that well. Shit happens. But, like, I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like people were waiting to pounce on that because that's just how people are. Like, they're waiting to fucking scream your failure. Like, dude, you had to play that fucking series. Like, I don't know. I think like, you kind of gotta cut the kid a break for now. Like, people were saying this guy needs to move to coaching. This guy needs to do that. It's like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. Like, give him some fucking time. And then after, again, if this is a recurring theme, then obviously it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. You have to pick it up. It is what it is. Because, like, I'm pretty sure Clay started this year off pretty slow, and he even said himself, I need to pick it up. Like, dude, you're at the professional level. You're going to have a bad day here and there. It happens. So that's really all I'm saying. I think people are just silly. I don't know. But, yeah, that's just my thing. But, all right, we're going to go to the Atlanta FaZe match now. Keys to victory. Lock down the hardpoints. NYSL winless through 7 hardpoint maps this season. Make that 9 now, right? They are 0-9 because we won both hardpoints yesterday. So, yeah, NYSL struggling in hardpoint. Yeah. Tellium continuing the player of the major. Yeah, he's been playing really well. I'm proud of that kid. He's putting a lot of work in. He's a beast. Keep things simple versus bad slaying team. Yeah, okay. Keys victory for New York Subliners. Hydra needs to continue the hot slaying. Very, very true. Hydra is a fucking animal. He's been playing very well. Rotation wins critical. Okay, that makes sense. And then Royalty needs to bring more slaying. So, yeah, this is a big highlight for Royalty. They brought in Royalty, and he's replacing Neptune. So, I think Royalty's a good kid. I think he's got potential and all that stuff. Obviously, he did not come into the best scenario, in my opinion. He did not just drop into the best scenario here. But with that being said, you know, you're replacing Neptune. Neptune's got a lot of fucking talent, right? And a lot of fucking potential. You're replacing Neptune, and the way this team is formed, you're going to be like Hydra's number 2. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be that guy. You got to be the fucking duo to Hydra. Like, Simp and Abizi. You have Envoy and Draza. You have Scump and Shotzi. Like, you gotta be there, right? And so when they bring you onto this team, you definitely got to try and like step it up a little bit more. I'm not going to put too much hate on Royalty again yet because it's still pretty new for him. And he did come into kind of a team that was struggling, and that's not an easy feat. So again, if it's a recurring theme, we can talk about it later. But right now, I wouldn't be too much hate. It's still a little early. But yeah, I think he definitely needs to start playing a little bit better. It's just a tough position to be in. So he's not in the best scenario for him, and I definitely feel for him on that. But it is what it is in the Call of Duty world, and that's just kind of what you got to do. So yeah. All right. Now, we can talk about the vetoes. Do we get the vetoes here? All right, I'll talk about the vetoes when they come here. But I was so fucking excited that they picked Berlin on us, dude. We wanted to try Berlin in this match so bad. I don't think we played Berlin in the league yet. So we wanted to see where our Berlin was. Obviously, New York's not the best hardpoint team. But at the same time, it's not about the other team that you're playing against in hardpoint. You guys hear me kind of talk about this a lot. I talk about this a lot with you guys. It's not about the other team as much as it is about you. I saw us play this Berlin. I saw some good things and I saw some really bad things. But the fact that it happened in a match setting is so much more coachable, in my opinion, where I can bring up this match. I can throw it in my player's face and be like, yo, when something mattered and this was on the line, you guys did this, this, and that wrong, right? So even though New York's not the best hardpoint team, and so, like, beating New York in hardpoint isn't the craziest, thing to talk about right now. I understand that. It was still good to have really, really good VOD to look at to see our Berlin in action when it matters. So we win. We play, we play well. We do good, but we do also really bad. So there's some things to fix. But I was so happy that they did not veto Berlin and they let us play it because I really wanted to play this map. So this was the map we really wanted to get a rep on, and we did. So I was fucking stoked about this. But yeah, skipping forward here. We play pretty well. They take a lead. They get the P3 spawn, and then we obviously rotate back here. Again, we play this pretty well. I think on this first P... Oh, never mind. No, we're good on that. You're doing a great job of explaining your thoughts. Thank you. I was surprised about how many points New York got, to be honest. Well, that's my thing. So we won this map. I personally think we should have won this map cleaner. I think there was a lot of mistakes that we made that led them to get more points and shit. So we didn't play this map super, super well. I'm not, like, stoked as a coach and, like, everything went perfect. But this is what I needed, in my opinion. If you guys want to hear my insight as a coach, I need this shit to help my team get better. Because everything in scrims is obviously very important and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, matches are always like the best reps that you can get. Remember, my team last year in like Apocalypse was like some insane record in Apocalypse last year. I actually might be able to bring it up. Hold up. Ben, you know my record? Is Ben in here? Ben, you know our record in Apocalypse Hardpoint yesterday? Last year? I don't think I have the sheets from last year. I can get them. Yeah, I don't think I do. Yeah. Wait, hold up. We're going to let this play. I just want to bring up an example, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Hold up. Oh, I found it. All right, hold up. Just to explain you my thoughts here, which is why I was saying, because like we didn't play this map that well, but like if you guys want to hear my insight of coaching, it's just like how I view it. I'll give you my views. Okay, found it. Yes. All right, last year in Apocalypse Hardpoint, you guys remember how bad we were at Apocalypse Hardpoint last year? Remember? Apocalypse Hardpoint, our scrim record in Apocalypse Hardpoint last year. You guys want to know what it was? Where is it? Okay, I got it. So what I was saying is like, yeah, scrims are important and they help you get better, and they're really, really important to get better and, practice things. And obviously if you're doing really well in scrims, they're usually really, really, really good. We were 110-19 in Apocalypse Hardpoint last year. And Apocalypse Hardpoint was our worst map by far in matches. Like, you see what I mean? Like, there's things that happen in matches that don't happen in scrims because it just is what it is. And being able to see this and see the mistakes they made when it matters for them on Berlin was very, very good for me to be like, all right, look, we're doing this and this in scrims, but it's not correlating to the match. We have to fix this, fix that, and fix this. You know what I mean? Yeah, but if I recall, you won champs on APOC Hardpoint, so all the trials paid off. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm a big believer in trial and error and playing maps that you need to get better at, no matter what situation you're in. So yeah, that's my point. But yeah, that's my point, Snoop. But yeah, so this was really good for me to see our Berlin and, you know, see like where we're standing in the sense of like when it actually matters and see the mistakes that we're making to try and correct them more. So I was happy with this map, even though we didn't look super clean on it. As a coach, this makes my job fun, in my opinion. I don't know. This makes my job fun as a coach. All right, so skipping forward here, where, you know, we start to bring it back. We kind of like, you know, sit back and lock it in on this P1. We kind of get a bunch of time. We make it work, and then we kind of kill them. Abizi and Simp play really, really well. Alex starts off a little slow this map. Celium obviously plays good. Alex starting slow on this map doesn't really like bother me at all. Just like, you know, we were making more mistakes. If you were to go back and analyze that map, in my opinion, like some of our game plans were like crumpled up. Like say if we had a piece of paper. Do I have a piece of paper here? Yeah, I do. All right, look at this. Look at this fucking. I'm gonna rip this. Say if this was our fucking game plan right here, like chat, like this little fucking piece of paper. It's like a Ray-Ban thing. Say if this was our piece of paper, this is what we did sometimes. We like went like this and then went like that and said like fuck the game plan and made a couple mistakes that shouldn't happen. So, yeah, the game that Alex was playing became a little difficult on that Berlin for that reason. So I wasn't mad with that at all. I was more mad at some of the mistakes we were making, but again. Good stuff overall. Skipping forward here. Did we get the vetoes? Did we get the vetoes? Yeah, we did. Okay. This is vetoes. So yeah, we vetoed Gavutu. They vetoed Boat Cage. We vetoed Desert Siege. They vetoed Boat Cage, and then they vetoed Tuscan. Nothing too crazy. Them vetoing Tuscan and putting us in Gavutu control was obvious. I think we were going to do the same thing no matter what, even if we were Team A, because again, Gavutu control reps in matches matter. And then yeah, so these are the matches. Super happy with this map set. I think we played it pretty, like, you know, pretty well. We got some good practice here, and then this we can skip forward. We kind of, you know, body them this map. We play pretty well. Abizi has a really cool first round, so we'll watch this. Yeah, Celium goes hard in SND, goes 10-1. Little hip fire body shots. So this is funny. So like again, like you guys got to remember that like what's it called? Crim6 has always had a back and forth with these two. Like, you know, this is like the banter that they've always had and stuff. That's just as competitors and all that shit. Like, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Like they always have like funny go back and forth. Like they're just funny with it. And then Clayster has always had banter with these guys, these three, because they won a world championship together. You know what I mean? So there's always like, you know, like some good banter between the two teams and stuff with these guys, just because like there's a lot of history there. And so after Abizi like has that really good round, like, you know, he chats in game chat or something, I'm pretty sure. And then after this 1v1, so before this 1v1 starts, me and RJ are sitting in the chat and we're laughing, and we're all like laughing with the coaches and shit. And we're like, yo, Abizi's definitely coming back to chow Clay, because like it's Abizi. It is what it is. And Clay's definitely sitting there thinking he's coming back because it's fucking Abizi. You know what I mean? So watch this. He comes back. Clay reads it. He makes a good play. And now you see Tyler starts to smile. I'm pretty sure Clay came in game chat and started. Yeah. He right there. He's talking in game chat to Abizi right there. They're going back and forth in game chat just because of the banter that they have between those guys and stuff. That shit's so fucking funny. Krim called them hobbits in an interview yesterday. Yeah, he did that. That's what I mean. Like, they always have the banter back and forth, but that's why Tyler was smiling. I find like that shit like that funny, in my opinion. I don't know. Some people get like really, really hurt over body shooting and stuff when you like kind of read the timeline and all that, and you're just like kind of watching it like, wow, you're really that hurt of, you know, players shooting each other's bodies and shit. I've never understood that. I kind of think it's funny in the sense where it's just like, you know, banter between competitors. So yeah, that was, in my opinion, I found that moment in that match funny, just them going back and forth with talking shit in game chat. I don't know. I think that shit's cool. Krim makes fun of everyone. Yeah, Krim's a maniac, dude. what did he say? He was gonna center lower on us or something because they're short or some shit, and he like called them hobbits or something. Yeah, no, the back and forths between them is really funny to me. I don't know. I've always found that shit funny. All right, so after that, funny moment. It goes 1-1, and after that, a little slam session, 6-1. Not really much to highlight. MC goes 10-1. Mr. Celium. Yeah. I feel like there's an underlying respect between them as well. Well, it's just bad. I mean, bro, it's just competitors. Like, if anyone's competed in something before, you kind of know how that goes. At least, I don't know. That's how I've always gone. But, all right, moving forward. Here we go. The copy pasta on Twitter had me weak. Yeah, that shit was funny. As Tommy would say, Krim is a moron. Yeah, dude, Tommy and Krim and Zuma's banter is really funny too. Okay, so here we get to play Gavutu. I'm gonna explain to you what I was talking about. So like, you skip forward to this round. We have defense first, but look, I don't give a fuck that we win this round, bro. 5 kills, 10. New York won this round. New York won this round. New York won this round. Like, that's just what it is. Like, that's just, in my opinion, that is what it is. Like, New York won this round, even though we lost this round. And right here, I'm already fucking pissed. Like, yeah. I don't care who you are. If you're getting 180, you're getting your body shot. Oh, if you piss on someone and you shoot their body, yeah. I don't know. Like, my thing with shooting bodies, like, even if you, like, shoot bodies in, like, a banter way or, you know what I'm saying, like, just in a competitive way, too, like, I don't know. I don't know why people get so upset about it. Especially when it's, like, competitors between each other and, like, it just is what it is. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm old. All right, so, yeah. We lost that round. We lose. So, even though we won that defense, we lost that defense, is my point. You see where I'm coming from with that, chat? We lost that defense. Right now, I'm already an angry coach. I'm sitting in this chair with my fucking hands crossed like this, and I'm sitting there like, well, what the fuck are we doing? You know, I'm not happy. I'm a fucking angry coach right now. Me, RJ, Easy Mac, and Pac. Even though Pac doesn't have anything to do with Respawn, he's still sitting there like he's fucking angry too. You know, we're all pissed. We're all pissed. So, we lose. And then we lose this offense, whatever. We win this defense, whatever. But again, 18-11. What the fuck are we doing, boys? You know, what the fuck? Lock it in. Playing stupid. Not going to analyze it too much, but we're playing fucking dumb. And then here, this was the turning point of the game, though. We could have closed this out. Look, this is the offense to win. Kills. We're going to have, you know, time after we cap A. We have the kills. We're doing this. This is the offense to win. We're playing this really well. And then look what we do. Right there. That was the moment we could win this game. And we lost it right there. Period. Backing it up. MC. Ready? MC gets off the point right there, right? And he gets off it, gets on it, gets off it. If he stayed on it that entire time, he probably caps that. And we have a chance. So, right there was the key turning point of the game. We capped A right there. We could have made this work. And we need to make this work, in my opinion, because we're about to get offense again. So we need to make this work and win this round, or we're basically, more than likely, we're fucked. And we're fucked. So we lose this. And now, again, we have another offense. Again, we can do this. Anything is possible. And, you know, you practice so fucking hard every day and practice to get into moments like this where you're going to have to pull off some miraculous shit, especially if this is like a major. You don't just give up and, you know, you have to go in there with confidence. But again, percentages speaking, we're not here to, this is not the consistent game plan to win a Gavutu control by winning on offense. So this is not the game plan that we want. This is not the consistent game plan you want to follow. We fuck up, we make mistakes, we give it to New York, and tippable plays out of New York, untippable plays out of Atlanta FaZe. You say we like you're their coach or something. Sorry, I'm a big fan, okay? I get really into it when I'm a fan of a team. Okay, so yeah, we lose, whatever, slammed. New York slams Atlanta FaZe.
They still have looked good, or at the very least improved.
all across the board. Into the hard point we finally go. Hydra managed to catch one in the transition. Sim's already in the flank, and here comes Asti.
All right, so skipping forward here. This Tuscan, it's about even. It's going back and forth. The second rotation, we kind of start to blow it out the water. And then after this, yeah. After this is just kind of like in our control. The one thing I don't like about this, look. We troll this setup. We troll this setup as a whole by leaving a lane open. We obviously make a fucking mistake. So this is, like, again, I was sitting here. This is Atlanta FaZe's fault. But could someone explain to me what the fuck I just watched, dude? Look at this. Very bad play right there. We already talked about it. We trolled. Yeah, we made some bad communication there that caused that play. So, like, look. Whoa. Like, dude, we're thinking it's a 2-1. Like, whoa. You see? Like, how, like, why does number 3 not just spawn right there? Right? You know? Like, number 3. Bloop. Bloop. Sober Sally, I know you were joking, by the way. I was joking back. You know what I mean? I feel like it would be impossible to be mad at Celium. Don't you worry. I get whew. It ain't impossible, baby. But yeah, number 3. Illis White. I know. Listen. I know why. I understand in Vanguard squad spawns. I understand why this happens. I get it, but it shouldn't be that. All I'm asking is number 3 should spawn there. And what I just say before this situation happened, Atlanta FaZe made the mistake to allow this to happen. So this was FaZe's mistake, right? This is FaZe's mistake. But with that being said, it still sucks that this is a thing. So there's no excuse here. I'm telling you right now that Atlanta FaZe put themselves in the position, right, to do this. But it just sucks that this spawn happens. Like, look at this again, dude. And then number 2 spawns there. Like, you know, like, holy shit. You see what I mean? Again, Atlanta FaZe caused this to happen by making a mistake, by not playing it perfectly. But, bro, that's all I got to say. But even, listen, this is my mindset on almost anything competitive. And if you guys want to hear it from my mind. That was really stupid. If we were to have lost this match and or map, I would not be sitting here saying that was bullshit, the game's broken, using those excuses and complaints. Because at the end of the day, we kind of you don't deserve that. No one deserves that. Jesus, not even my worst enemy in Call of Duty deserves that. But we did make the mistake by allowing the game to get wonky by getting that close. It just sucks that when the game does get close to each other like that and spawns get weird, that can happen. I wish it didn't, but we did allow that to happen. So that was FaZe's mistake, but it just that would not have been my excuse of why we lost. My excuse of why we would have lost is why the fuck did we leave a lane wide open? You know what I mean? So again, I'm not blaming the game there because we 110% allowed that to happen to us, but the fact that can happen is also really dumb. So yeah, I don't know. Like, how are you supposed to read that, dude? How are you supposed to read number 2? You know? That was just a figure of speech article. That's not readable, man. You know? Okay. So, BZ, glide bomb. Don't like that glide bomb, by the way, but whatever. And then after this, we win. So, I don't get how you guys messed up. I'll show you. What do you mean? It's pretty simple. Okay. What is number 8 watching? He's watching middle. What is number 6 watching? Watching middle. What is number 7 watching? Watching middle and right. What is number 5 watching? He's watching right. And we have 4 players on a team. And we have 1 lane. wide the fuck open. Now, these guys push all the way through to here, right? And they get close to this squad spawn where number 8 is, right? So look, since we leave a lane wide open,
Last time, I mean, Simp might have an SMG, but I think he will happily just sit in that anchor position and let his teammate.
they get through left and right and middle, right? And then we chat like, we had 2 people watching the same thing. As soon as we have 2 people watching the same thing, we leave this lane open. Chris almost obviously recovers us. He dies. Squad spawns. Bing. You see what I mean? The thing that really doesn't make sense is this next spawn. Look. But the fact that we left the lane wide open allows that squad spawn to happen. Where, you see what I mean? If we don't leave that lane wide open, that squad spawn doesn't happen. Atlanta FaZe kind of causes that issue. Again, there's no reason to complain as much as it is to complain about yourself. Right? Like kind of look in the mirror kind of thing. Atlanta FaZe fucks up. So we fucked that up. But at the same time, it's really stupid that this is a thing. Also, you're saying a better team would have punished FaZe for that? Brother. Look, what do you mean? Look where New York is. And look what we did. I'm pretty sure we get punished here, no? It doesn't look very good to me. Hello? I don't think it, you know, looking like Atlanta FaZe is getting fucking slammed right now. You see what I mean? I'm thinking we're getting punished right now. It don't even matter if it's quote unquote the worst hardpoint team in the game right now. The worst hardpoint team in the game right now just punished us. They just got a bunch of fucking points. You're saying that statement is acting like we didn't just get punished. We did. We didn't recover from that. We have to recover after. So anyway, yeah. Moving forward. So yeah, and then we beat them. So 3-1. Atlanta FaZe. Woohoo. Okay. Last segment right here, guys, is the bracket. Could I get the bracket? Where do I get the bracket, chat? Okay. Here's the winners round 1. Let's go through some predictions. I don't predict my own matches because I obviously hope I win every match and I'm biased. All right. OpTic versus Surge. Who do you guys got, chat? Who do you guys got? Do you think Surge bounces back or do you think Texas stays hot? What do we think? What do we think? What do we think? OpTic 3-2. OpTic. Surge. OpTic. Okay, it looks like we have an OpTic favored chat here. Personally, I think if you're going off of history right now, I think you have to take OpTic in this matchup. I think the biggest thing right now for Seattle Surge is their practice this week is the most important practice they'll get. And if they make their practice this week to kind of get back to where they were a little bit, you know, like it looks like they slowed down just a little bit, they'll be okay. Remember, Pred and Sib have not been playing well. Those 2 players specifically playing well is very, very bounce backable. That's not, you know, that's not a phrase, but I'm going to use it. So they, you know, this is potentially a really, really good matchup, but I will say one thing. Surge needs to play better than they have been playing to play with OpTic the way they've been playing. So right now, I'm on the OpTic side of just like, you know, Surge needs to step it up and OpTic's playing hot. But if Seattle comes back with some good practice, this could be a close match. But yeah, I see exactly why you guys would say OpTic. That makes sense right now. So we'll see. I mean, I'm super excited to watch this match. All right. Ravens versus Gorillas. Who do you guys got? Who do you guys got? Who do you guys got? Let me hear it. Ravens. LAG. Ravens. I don't know. I think this is going to be a close matchup. I personally think the Gorillas are going to get, they're going to play pretty well on LAN. I think they have a good team on LAN just in general. I think Slasher has it's not that they get better because of online to LAN. I think their mentality gets better from online to LAN. You know what I'm saying? I think Slasher specifically goes to LAN with just a lot more confidence and plays really well. He hasn't been playing bad or anything. I'm not taking a shot at him, but I think Gorillas are a good team on LAN. I think they're going to play well. So we'll see. They have a lot of practice. This is like the first like real like LAN, you know, like with practice under your belt and everyone, you know, being able to fix mistakes in matches and all this shit. So we're going to see. I can see, you know, London's probably more of the favorite right now, the way they've been playing. London's been playing really, really good. So I'm excited to see. And then here, this is another fucking fire matchup, dude. This is a fire matchup, dude. Thieves versus Ultra. We just witnessed it happen online. Is it going to be the same exact thing, or is Ultra bouncing back on land? What do you think? What do you think, chat? What do you think? You think Ultra bounces back, or you think Thieves are fucking slamming, dude? I'm thinking Thieves, bro. I'm thinking Thieves looks really good. So listen, dude. I predicted Ultra to win on the online match, and obviously I was proven wrong. After the first map, they fucking fried him on BOOTCAMP. I'm like, oh, my pick'ems are looking good. You know, I'm all fucking stoked about it. And then, you know, all of a sudden, Thieves woke up and said, yeah, fuck you. I'm going to 3-0 you now. So, my biggest thing right now with Toronto is, again, all these teams are so good, and this is all subject to change. So we're just like kind of bullshitting as a chat right now. But Ultra is just not looking like on point with their teamwork and some of like in like the, you know, the 2-3 game modes for the most part. Am I correct by saying that? I feel like that's like my feeling, but I'm gonna go double check right now. Hold up. Ultra is 5-5 in SND and 5-3 in control. But their controls are okay. They're 3-3 in Tuscan and 2-0 in Gavutu. So they're very good at Gavutu control. They're 3-3 in Tuscan, so they're 50-50 on that. But their search, dude, 5-5. I feel like that's not a Toronto stat, no? I feel like this Toronto stat of search is like what scares me about them. Because I think Toronto's actually a pretty good hardpoint team. You know, they're a team in hardpoint that can beat LA Thieves in hardpoint. LA Thieves is the best hardpoint team in the game right now statistically. I love the way they play hardpoint. You guys hear me talk about them all the fucking time on this podcast. But as we know, Toronto can beat them in a hardpoint. But the thing that scares me with Toronto is like their search doesn't look that good, man. Like, I don't know, man. This is like, I'm leading Thieves on this one, dude. Unless Toronto gets their shit together in like their 2-3 game modes a little bit more. I don't know. I think Toronto needs to clean up some of their teamwork. But again, Toronto's still an incredible team. This is going to be a good match. I don't know. We have some banger matchups, dude. We have some banger matchups. But I think Thieves is leaning on the favorite side here, dude. You know? I think Thieves is leaning on the favorite side here. We'll see. But I think Thieves' respawn looks strong. I think they can obviously, like, I think every team right now can use work and search and control for the most part. But still, like, Toronto, like, this is a good matchup for Thieves because they're really good at respawn. And Toronto's not the best S&D team right now, so that gives Thieves an opening, you know? And I think Thieves have vetoes in their favor the way they're playing right now, so we'll see. We'll see, man. We'll see. It'll be a good one. But, yeah, and then, you know, who do you think wins these matches? Obviously, it depends on who loses these ones, so, yeah. All right, last thing I'm going to ask you guys, who do you think wins the tournament? Who do you guys think wins the tournament? I want to see the chat's thing. Who do you think wins the tournament? Full thing. I'm talking right here. I'm talking right here. Champions. After this winner, it's like right here. Who wins the tournament? We got OpTic. We got FaZes. Paris. Okay. Paris. Okay. Okay. Ravens, Paris, Rocker, Thieves, OpTic, FaZes, Thieves, OpTic, FaZes. Holy shit, dude. But yeah, it's good to see that there's a lot of different answers in the chat. FaZe, Thieves, OpTic, Paris, Ultra, Ravens, Rocker, London. Yeah, okay. Cloud9, that's a good one. All right, well, dude, this is going to be a fucking banger tournament. I think it's going to be really fun. The last thing I'll say to end this was a long-ass episode, and again, I'm sorry. I know you guys seem to like the long episodes, so maybe I got to stop apologizing for that. I don't really fucking know. But regardless, this is going to be a banger-ass tournament. I'm excited to watch some really good Call of Duty. Obviously, you know, for my team specifically, we've been putting in work, so, you know, we're going to go try and execute